This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Coming to crowdfunding or Kickstarter, I don't know which one, is a game that I was kind of interested in. It is Blackbeard's Lost Fleet. Now, since this is coming to crowdfunding, all the parts that you're going to see here are just prototypes. So some things may change and gameplay may change as well as you go through this. We're going to go down the table, just kind of take a brief overview because there's a lot of rules to this. And then we'll come back and we'll talk more about Blackbeard's Lost Fleet. Who doesn't like a pirate game? Let's go check it out. There's a lot going on this, so I'm going to try to just explain a few things so you get a gist for it. One of the tough things is there's a lot of iconography that can really trip you up. Instead of 3 times something, like for instance here, there could be 3 pirates, which means something totally different. In the book, it's pretty well explained. In the game manual, there's a section here that kind of gives you an idea of the icons that are used in the game and how to use them. So you're going to find yourself using this book quite a bit. The game is going to end after 10 rounds. After 9 full rounds, or 9 mutinies as they call it, will end the game. There's an accelerated end of the game if you ever get to this point here on the map with one of your petty officers, of course. If you're able to get there, that will end, or I believe if you come to this point too, that'll end the game pretty quickly. And then what you're going to do is score everything, and whoever wins. This is a game with work replacement and deck building. You are going to pick a certain player here, and at the bottom they are going to give you certain abilities that you are going to be able to have. For instance, this guy here, come over here and he can do certain things. You're going to want to take one of your ships and try to, the first player is going to kind of say, well, I want that ship, and you're going to try to capture that ship as well, and you're going to be placing different workers on there at a time. Or you can go into Nassau and take your sloop here and then place one of your workers here and then get the desired booty instead. As you can see, you have different types of rum, and of course, you know, cash is king as always. At the end of a turn, okay, you're going to have chances to purchase cards from your deck. These cards are going to have certain values. You can discard them to get what is underneath here. For instance, 2 coins, okay, and then you're going to get rid of this card. Or you can get a rum, which is also of value and points. The more cash you have, the more you're going to be able to bid with your. At the end of the round, there is going to be a thing where you are secretly going to put a certain amount and add up how much that you have in this particular ship. These guys are going to be 1 point apiece, and then each coin that you decided to secretly bid is worth 1 as well. If you have enough, you will get the bonuses of that particular ship. You're going to play, like I said, for 9 rounds. You're going to attempt to do different things, a bunch of work replacement things that you are going to do that are going to try to help you achieve certain things, get certain resources in, and capture points. You're going to be able to buy cards. Cards are going to have a value here that you are going to take. You can either play the bottom of the card as an action. You can discard the card and use this as cash. Or you can use these icons to kind of match some of the other icons here and be able to play towards capturing a ship. And once you buy the card that you want, depending on what it is, you're going to put it into your discard, and then you're going to reshuffle it in, and that will be able to help you. At the end of the round, you will get rid of a card, and then slide everything down and add another card here. So there'll always be a variance of cards that you can build your deck with. Like I said, each round, at the start of the round, you're going to select the ship, and you're going to put your black mutiny marker, which I didn't put out here because there's a lot going on here. Then your player turns, like I said, you're going to choose one of the options. You're going to sail. You can either sail, or you can go to Nassau over here. As I had showed, you're going to fold, and you can get rid of a certain amount of cards and draw other cards. You're going to be able to purchase cards, as I said, and then any number of free actions, because there are a bunch of free actions that you can take as well. We talked about the mutiny on how everybody's going to be here. If you lose, you're going to round up and get those particular workers back, or pirates as we call them. You're going to discard half and round up, of course, if you lose. So the way, like I said, the way the mutiny works, one pirate is going to become the officer. You're going to discard the remaining pirates, get points for fleet and flying gang track loser, and then discard your pirates. Then you're going to return your jolly boats and your sloops back to the player, and then the next person is going to go. The same person can never be the first person more than once. More than twice in a row. You can only be the first player once, and it will go to the next person depending on who ended up losing that particular round will become the first player. There are a lot of icons, like I said, but a lot of these things, you're going to remove this card from the game if you have a fire token on it. So when you use that card, it's going to take care of it. You're going to remove the card from your hand, or discard a pile if you see a sword through it. And there's a lot of little things that go on in this game, and there are a lot of rules. This is definitely something that is a work in progress. It has a lot of potential. For me, the rule book was a little tough to get through, but I think this is something that they've got a great idea here. I'd like to see how this progress farther, and the best way to do that is to basically help them fund it through GameFound or Kickstarter, whichever game crowdfunding application they decide to use. So we're going to go up top, and we're going to talk a little bit about this, and well, we'll get on out of here right after that. So there is a lot going on here, and this is definitely a two-player game. It's just not a game that you're going to be able to play solo. This has a ton of potential. The rule book is good. It's clean. I understood a lot. It was kind of hard for me to play by myself and play different players, because you know there's a lot of little bidding and things like that going on. I really think for a prototype, it's very well done. You got your little petty officers, and then you got your pirates here, and officers, and so forth and so on. And your player deck, you're going to start with a certain number of cards, and you're going to try to build up that deck. And the stronger that deck gets, the more things that you're going to be able to accomplish, and you're going to be able to get all kinds of rum and different types of money, which are going to add up to be points. The Pirate Almanac here, which as you can see, really helps explain a lot of the cards, because the cards can be a little confusing to understand right out of the gate, but I really like what they're trying to do here. If they can keep the momentum of this the way it's going, it's pretty impressive. And I'm always a big fan of pirate games. They really have something good here, and I think given a little bit more time and tightening it up a little bit more, you really have something. This is going to take up a lot of space, and I wasn't able to lay everything out because there was no way I was going to be able to get it on the camera. But this is a game that you're going to play with 2 to 4 players that you are just going to have a blast with, and people are going to enjoy this. Work replacement, deck building, there's mutinies, and there's all kinds of things. It's very thematic, and it has a ton of potential. I'd like to see the finished product when it's done, for sure. But this is something that if you are a big fan of pirate games, this is going to be right up your alley, and you're going to want to keep your eyes out on it. So the minute it comes to crowdfunding, I will let you know for sure. Blackbeards Lost Fleet. Very unique, very, very, very well done. These were not the final components, even though, this wooden thing is really kind of cool, and the wooden barrels, and the quality for this prototype is really, really good. So you like to see them keep that quality, or even go even higher with it. So it'd be exciting to check out and see what they do with it. Until next time, enjoy.